Welcome to English Podcast Academy. If you're starting from zero, if English feels like a huge mountain you're not sure how to climb, this is for you. Maybe you've told yourself, I need to know all the grammar rules first. Or, I have to memorize hundreds of words before I can speak. But let me tell you the truth. You don't need to know everything to begin. You don't need to be perfect. You don't even need to speak perfectly. You just need to start. And here's the exciting part. You can start speaking English in just 7 days. Yes, really. Not fluently, not like a native, but you can start using real English, real sentences, and real communication. In this episode, I'm going to show you how. I'll guide you step by step. I'll give you the right mindset, the right words, and the right daily practice so you can start speaking with confidence, even if today is your very first day. Are you ready? Let's begin this journey together. Here's your motivation. You don't have to wait. You don't need to wait until you finish a grammar book. You don't need to wait until you memorize 1,000 words. You don't need to wait for the perfect time to start speaking. Because guess what? The perfect time is now. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need to understand every single word. You don't even need to speak perfectly. You just need a little time every day. And the right way to practice. That's it. Just a few minutes with focus, and your brain will start to change. Your ears will get used to the sounds, your mouth will get used to the words, and your confidence will grow faster than you think. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. You'll see how simple it can be. I'll guide you through it, step by step, in a way that's natural, easy to follow, and actually works, even if you're starting from zero. So don't worry, don't stress. You're already doing the hardest part. You showed up, you pressed play, and that means you're ready. Now, let's go into your listening practice. Don't try to translate. Don't pause. Don't worry. Just listen. Feel the rhythm. Picture the story in your mind. There was a small cafe at the corner of a quiet street. It wasn't famous. It wasn't big, but it was warm, and it smelled like fresh bread and hot drinks. Every morning, a man named Leo walked in. He wore the same brown coat, and he always sat by the window. He ordered the same thing every day. 1 tea, please. That was it. The lady at the counter always smiled and asked kindly, anything else? And every time, Leo just shook his head and said nothing more. But here's the thing, Leo wanted to say more. He looked at the cookies behind the glass. He watched people reading books, laughing, talking. He wanted to ask questions. He wanted to say how nice the cafe was. He wanted to connect. But the words stayed inside. They were stuck. Not because he didn't care, but because he was afraid. Afraid of saying the wrong thing. Afraid of not finding the right words. Afraid of looking silly. So every day, he sat quietly, sipped his tea, and wished he could speak. One morning, everything changed, just a little. The lady gave Leo his tea like always, but this time she looked at him and said, You come every day. What's your name? Leo froze. His hands felt cold, even though the tea was warm. He looked down, took a breath, and then slowly said, I am Leo. The lady smiled gently and replied, Nice to meet you, Leo. Her voice was kind. There was no pressure, no rush, just a simple moment of connection. The next day, something special happened. Leo walked in, stood a little taller, and said with a quiet voice, My name is Leo. I'm from Spain. The lady smiled again, and Leo smiled too. Day by day, sentence by sentence, Leo began to speak. I like this cafe. The next day, I work nearby. And then, the tea is very good. Every sentence was a small victory, a step forward. Not perfect, not fast, but real. From silence to speaking, just by trying a little more each day. And you know what? That's how it begins. That's how confidence grows. Not with big speeches, but with small, brave sentences spoken from the heart. 7 days later, something amazing happened. Leo walked into the cafe just like he always did. But this time, he didn't just order tea. He sat down, looked out the window, and said with a calm, steady voice, "It's a nice morning today, isn't it?" The lady behind the counter laughed with surprise. "You're talking a lot now," she said, her eyes bright. Leo smiled, softly but proudly, and answered, "I'm learning." And in that moment it was true. He wasn't perfect. His sentences were simple, but he was speaking, not just repeating words, he was connecting, expressing, living in English. Because that's what happens when you stop waiting, stop translating, and start speaking, one sentence at a time. Now let me ask you, did you understand Leo's story? Maybe not every word, maybe some parts were a little fast, but did you feel it? Did you follow the meaning? Could you picture Leo, day by day, growing braver with his words? Even a little understanding means you're already doing great, because listening isn't about being perfect. It's about progress. It's about training your brain to stay with the story, to feel the meaning, and to let go of the need to translate everything. So if you followed the story, even just a little, you're already on the right path. You're learning, you're growing. And just like Leo, you're speaking more than you think. If you want to go from zero to speaking, here's what to try. Just one small step each day. Day 1. Listen. That's it. Just listen to a short story or conversation in English. Don't pause. Don't translate. Just let the sounds and rhythm enter your ears. Get used to the language like music. Day 2. Repeat one sentence. Pick one simple sentence you heard. Say it out loud. Repeat it 5 times. Feel the words in your mouth. You don't need many. Just one is enough to begin. Day 3. Write about your day. In English, write 2 or 3 simple sentences about your day. I woke up early. I had coffee. I went to work. Use the words you already know. Don't worry about mistakes. Day 4. Ask one question out loud. Any question. How are you? What's your name? Where's the bus stop? Say it slowly and clearly. Say it like you're really talking to someone. Day 5. Tell someone what you like. Say one sentence about something you enjoy. I like tea. I love music. My favorite color is blue. It can be to yourself, a friend, or even your pet. The goal is to speak. Day 6. Listen again. Go back to the same story or audio from day 1. You'll understand more this time. You'll feel more confident. Your brain is learning in the background. Day 7. Have a short conversation with yourself, with a friend, or even in the mirror. Use everything you've learned. Greetings, a few facts about yourself, something you like, maybe a question. Keep it short, keep it simple, but speak. That's how Leo started. One sentence, one small step. And that's exactly how you can start too. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. If this helped you, even just a little, like the video, leave a comment saying, "I'm starting today," and subscribe for more daily practice. Every episode is here to guide you, support you, and remind you that you're not alone. I'll be here with you every single day. So let's keep going, together. Let's stop waiting. Let's stop translating. Let's start understanding and speaking.